Welcome back to Urbex, everyone. Today's adventure brings me to Erie, Pennsylvania at the Millcreek Mall. This is going to be a night tour. This is the food court behind me, and I've heard this is a really nice mall. This is the only mall in Erie, Pennsylvania, and we're going to check it out today. All you have to do is follow me. Today we'll be exploring a thriving mall. Welcome to the Millcreek Mall, also known as the Millcreek Mall Complex. This single-level shopping mall is located about 3.4 miles southwest of downtown Erie, Pennsylvania. The mall would open in 1975 and would be developed by the Youngstown, Ohio-based Cafaro Company. As of 2021, they still own and operate the mall. With the mall's relatively close proximity to the Cleveland metro area, Youngstown metro area, as well as Pittsburgh metro area, this mall draws people from all over. The mall itself has 121 stores and 12 kiosks. The mall's current anchors include Boscov's, JCPenney, Round One Entertainment, and Macy's, with 2 vacant anchor spaces, last occupied by Bon-Ton. So let's step back in time to when the mall originally opened and take a look at the anchors. It originally had a Boston store, Hales, JCPenney, Kaufmann's, Carlisle's, and Sears. The Bostons would become a Horne's in 1979 and then become Lazarus in 1994, and the Lazarus would close in 1997. Hall's would later become a Doll Campers, and I think I'm saying that correctly. It was a catalog showroom which would close down in 1993, and the space would become a Burlington coat factory. Carlisle's would close in 1995, becoming a Home Place store. Elder Beerman would take over the former Lazarus space in 1998, but would be converted 5 years later to the Bon-Ton store. After Home Place closed, its space would be divided between Steve & Barry's and A.C. Moore. Steve & Barry's would last until about 2008 when they would file for bankruptcy and close all their stores, and the Steve & Barry's would be closed by 2009. The Kaufmann's would be converted into Macy's in September of 2006. In late 2012, Burlington Coat Factory would move out of the mall. In 2014, the space that Burlington occupied would be split into 2 spaces. They now house the Primanti Brothers Sandwiches and Mad Max Restaurant. When viewed from the air, the mall resembles the shape of a gun pointed at downtown Erie. I didn't know this when I visited the mall, and unfortunately I didn't have my drone with me, and it was late at night anyway. I would have loved to see what this looked like from the air. This has resulted in an urban legend which states that the mall was intentionally built this way under the direction of the Mafia. But then again, of course, it's just an urban legend. The first major change to the mall would come on March 27, 2008, when it was announced that the mall would receive a multi-million-dollar renovation. This would include new additions to the mall such as a new children's area, food court, and renovated entrances to the building. The mall also received skylights, porcelain floors, and a new west side entrance and new parking lot lights. The renovated food court would open in late 2008. Unfortunately, Sears would close their store after the 2016 holiday season, as we all knew that they would, being that they've been struggling for many years. And Boscov's department store would swoop in to rescue the space on October 5th of 2017. Now, if you haven't been to a Boscov's or seen a Boscov's, I highly recommend if you can get out to one of the older locations, the one in York, and there's another one that's in Johnstown. Those are absolutely spectacular. Just the aesthetics inside are really crazy. Some of the newer Boscov's, they're still really nice, but they don't have all that neon and the mirrors and some of the unique features that makes Boscov's Boscov's. Wow, and will you look at that? Here we are at Boscov's. Perfect timing. So we're going to head inside and I'm going to show you around what a Boscov's looks like. Unfortunately, this isn't the more fancy kind, that I was talking about with all the neon lights, but it's still a really cool store. Maybe a better word to describe this store is elegant. Yeah, I think elegant is the word. big thank you to all of my Patreon supporters and my newest member, Matt Selman. If you'd like to see your name here or gain some of the other benefits from becoming a member, head on over to the link on the screen or check the description box below. And thank you for supporting the future of video. On January 31st, 2018, it was announced that the Bonton store would be closing as a plan to liquidate all of their stores nationwide. The store would officially close in April of 2018. 2019 would see many stores close, including Abercrombie & Fitch, China Max, Little Tokyo, and many other stores, including Gymboree, Charlotte & Russe, and Things Remembered. The mall would also lose Ruby Tuesdays and AC Moore Arts & Crafts that year. So here's the part where I tell you what I thought about this mall. This was my very first time visiting this mall, and I'm going to tell you that it was really busy and that there were a lot of people there, and there were for being a Saturday right around closing time. Whenever I film a mall, I try not to get people in my shots because a lot of times they'll complain about it. And so that's why it doesn't look very busy, even though it was. Now this next shot that you're going to see is like a little museum, and I've seen museums in malls before. This one looked really cool and well put together. It looked like something that belonged in a major city, and I would really love to come back to this mall and see this museum and support it. That's weird. And of course, what mall would be complete without an arcade? This is the Round One, and it's a chain. I've been to them before at other malls. But let's go inside and take a look at this one. That was a really nice arcade, but comparing it to something like Scene 75 that we have here in Ohio, the new one that they built over in Columbus, OMG, it's massive. And this one is a lot smaller, but still nice. When have you ever seen a guitar center at the mall? That's not something you see very often. I always love a good neon sign, you know that, guys. So here we have it, the Primanti Brothers sign, in all of its glory. So here's that Ruby Tuesday I was talking about. I don't think I've ever seen one in a mall before, and definitely not one that looked like this. Well, come to think of it, maybe I have seen one in the mall before, but it was, long abandoned and closed. But this one's just really weird. Look at that entrance with the chandelier or the light like that, and it says Ruby Tuesday on the wall. That is just awesome. Have you guys ever seen a Macy's storefront like this, or really any department store like this, with the metal on the facade? That's pretty crazy and unique. If you have, let me know down in the comment section below what department store it was on and where. Where have I seen this before? Where have I seen this before? Oh, I know. This was at another mall in Pennsylvania, so it must be a local chain. Over in the Pittsburgh area, they had one of these Aces breakaway arcades. It was at the Beaver Valley Mall. Hey, and while you look at that, this one's actually open and we can go inside. Unfortunately, not the more impressive version of the Aces breakaway arcades, but still open. Thank you everyone for taking a walk through the Millcreek Mall complex in Erie, Pennsylvania. If you'd like to see more content relating to malls, retail, abandoned places, and, other topics that I might cover, head on over to the Patreon link in the description box below, where you can get access to all of this amazing content for as little as $1. And as always, don't forget to click that subscribe button. Come on, it's free. What are you waiting for? If you enjoyed the content, then click the thumbs up. Thank you everyone, and I'll see you on another episode of Urbex.